EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the ATL, once the terminus of the Western and Atlantic Railroad, where the sound of that train horn can still be heard inside the magnificent Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Today, it's Week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Atlanta Falcons. On the visitors' sideline, their head coach. These guys been on a 2-game slide since winning their opener a few weeks back. On the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys ready to show out in front of the home fans as they try to send them home happy at the end of this one. Here's the kicker, Jake Bates, ready to get this one started. And we are underway here on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
And it's funny how we always talk about how analytics are starting to creep into the game. One analytic that's been there for a long time, teams that start 0-3 usually don't make the playoffs. So we know one quarterback today that's determined to end that slide right now. It's not impossible, but this is a must-win for him and his team.
They'll go play action here with Penix. He gets it left side to Johnson. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. You talk about this Lions defense. Yeah, they've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Just a gain of a couple there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Here's one deep for Pickens. And this is taken in at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up the 1st and goal.
The Falcons, first down. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
It's early, but announcer cliche alert here. Big players make big plays. Should I say in big games too? Ah, what the heck. And this defense, they're going to have to find some way to slow him down as this game goes on, because when this combination is going good, they can tear your secondary apart.
Robinson, he is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. That's now 4 tackles for loss if you add the 3 he had last week to the 1 here in the first quarter.
And some of it comes from vision. And when you're playing defensive end, especially with those teams that want to take their D ends and move them out a little bit wider so they can see into the offensive backfield, they can see things develop, able to make plays, then they use their athletic ability to take over and spill them.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Well, that play there was certainly a scouting report special because coverage was all too aware that this close to the end zone, he's going to become a bigger weapon for that offense. And they were there to help force the incompletion.
Big play coming here. It's third and goal. They'll try and throw. Here's Penix. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll hit the deck, but he did not get there. He opted to go with a scramble. Gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
Koo knocks this one through the post. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
Yeah, one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed them to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he's able to get this all the way to the 40 before going out of bounds. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their rookie quarterback from the University of Illinois.
And when you watch young men come into the league, you know they're not going to continue to be the same quarterback they were in college. You expect to see improvement, but you do see many of the same attributes. This guy, even as a rookie, a lot of poise, understands the offense. He's fully in control out there. To me, he has the makings of a real field general type of a player, someone who doesn't get rattled when the pressure's on.
Well, they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5. But the numbers for Gibbs from last week, 14 carries, 115 yards, and a touchdown.
And the way they ran the ball in last week's game has to be satisfying to their entire staff because they're seeing not just a back gain big yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line really in sync.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. Well, that's not the way you want to start. A first pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. Got to shake that off and get going.
Out of the gun now on third down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Lions first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
Lions first down. An 8-yard pickup.
The Lions are 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. And they got off to a good start, but then 2 straight losses since.
And now you start to wonder about what this does for a team's morale, how it affects their psyche, because let's face it, you work all summer pointing toward that opening game, you get the win, but then you don't carry it on from there. How will they bounce back from these losses and try and get right?
Now the play clock hits 0 here, and we're going to get a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
So that flag will set him back 5 yards.
Still first down.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Gibbs straight ahead. And Good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. They go play action here on first down. They'll wind up losing about a dozen on the play. And it'll make this a second and long.
A big loss on the play brings up second down.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a third and long situation coming up. Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
St. Brown.
Previous play is under review.
Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. And he's going to miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here first and 10 at the 40. To the air, Penix. He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
A play fake. Now Penix. Got an open man. It's Pickens. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On first and 10, it's Robinson. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down. Check in on the numbers last week for Robinson. 16 carries, 108 for the yardage, and the score, too.
I think he's exactly where he wants to be coming into a game, partner, because he has to still be riding the momentum from last week when he broke the century mark in rushing and had one of his best individual efforts of the season. I would expect that there's more from him on the way after that type of a game, and I know his teammates and coaches, they feel exactly the same way.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And they're able to add on to their advantage.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time, and that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
Extra point attempt to follow here. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. So that drive, 4 plays. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. 2nd down now. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. The Lions with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. He'll look to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 1st down Lions on a pickup of 13.
And this may be the one to build on right here. It's the 2nd quarter. They've got nothing on the scoreboard as of yet. They need to put something together, and this is a good start as they get the completion there for good yardage and a 1st down.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
With a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Here's 2nd and 10. Gibbs. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Here's 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. Here's Jack Fox now. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And it will be Falcon football. Looking to put a drive together. Play fake, and they'll throw with Penix. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Intended for number 86. Incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
2nd and 10. Quick throw out wide to Mooney. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
3rd and 8. They'll throw with Penix. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Meyer. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Let's go now.
Looking to throw, Penix. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. And looking to throw, Penix. That one deep for London. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Here's Williams to return. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return, and the Lions will take over. Detroit's offense ready to take over. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
I'll tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
60 license.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
And then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Flag comes out, and that's because the offense did not get the play off in time.
And you can see the head coach, he is not happy. Everyone getting away from him right now because he's frustrated that they didn't get the ball snapped in time.
That flag, that'll push him back 5.
Still 3rd down.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
So here are the Falcons to take over on offense. They are trying to snap that 3-game losing streak, on top so far with the football here, 1st and 10.
Here we go. Go.
Here's Penix. Here's one deep for Pickens. And this one is incomplete.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Now Penix. Pressure too strong. Down he goes. Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
From the shotgun, it's Penix. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
Looked like they were set up defensively in a zone coverage, but somehow they found a seam because that receiver all alone. By rights, that should have been a touchdown, but somehow this ball's overthrown.
On the return is Williams. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he'll get nothing out of that one. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here's 3rd and 10.
Let's go now. 60 Bison.
They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far, offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That's out wide here for Robinson. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's second down.
43-yard line.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. From the 43, here's a 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun, Penix. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That one a first down pickup of 8.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there are more people there to get him down.
No gain on the play. And it'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Let's go.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. Penix to the air once more. He finds Pickens over the middle. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 36. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's second down.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
They'll go play action here with Penix. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. To throw again is Penix. Here's a screen for Robinson. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. 4th down, and the attention turns to Falcon kicker Younghoe Koo. From the right hash, this from 53. Koo knocks this one through the post, and that will extend their lead even further. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he watched that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Lions now taking over late in this first half. They're certainly in need of some kind of points here before the end of the half. A field goal or something being shut out right now. They could really use some momentum before they head into halftime.
Ready.
35 seconds, all that remains in the first half as they come up on first down.
60 Bison.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. That would almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be second down.
Help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Well, this is caught by Williams. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Here's 3rd and 3. Back to throw here. That is caught. And he is going to have the Lions first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Back to throw again. The ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
On play action, they'll throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. That pass caught. It's Williams.
It's a gain of 16 yards. And the Lions.
Halftime coming up. Let's get you down to Orlando and our buddy Scott. And we'll jump right over halftime and keep the game going. Here in week 4, second half kickoff, ready to go.
Youngway Koo to kick off for
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive, because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
The second half starts with a run by Gibbs. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And quickly they get to the line.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And that's too tall for his receiver. It's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And now with a play clock winding down, a whistle and possibly a false start. Of course, that flag accepted, and it backs the ball up 5 yards. And a manageable third down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. Now Jones. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up fourth down. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll punt it away for the fourth time today. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They begin the drive with Robinson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
To the air, Penix completes this one to Pickens. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Looking to throw, Penix. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Throwing, Jones. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, the great coach has said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush won, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Looking to throw. Jones. A throw off his back foot there. That's going to wind up incomplete.
A lot of incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. It certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Hand off now to Gibbs. And he is going to lose yardage here. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. That he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. A play fake. Now Penix. An off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete. Drake London, his intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. It's Robinson. And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a first at the Lions' 38. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
Now motion left with Mooney. On 3rd down, Penix from the gun. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Still fighting. Touchdown, Falcons. Darnell Mooney, his first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are able to stretch out their lead. And that is the definition of yards after catch. They go short on the pass, and the receiver does the rest.
Seems so harmless, doesn't it? To throw it underneath, a short pass like that. But boy, it gets dangerous in the hands of the right receiver as he makes a move and takes it the distance.
John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion.
The Falcons will line up for the 2-point.
They'll try and throw with Penix. And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And Detroit getting set to go now. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And he stopped immediately there.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Off play action. Jones. And this is caught by Williams. Now inside the 25. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams, 73 yards. And the Lions are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Point after try forthcoming. And they're able to cut the deficit to 12.
Makes the score Falcons.
Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. They juked him. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. He'll get it to Robinson to begin the drive. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Play fake, and they'll throw with Penix. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. option play. Here's Robinson. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. 2nd and a couple.
Here we go.
Robinson with another carry. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that 1st down gain of 8. Boy, you know, some plays you can just sort of tell they're not going to work from the start, and that was one of them right there.
Yeah, I mean, he had every option taken away, and so all that was left for him to do was to try and keep it himself, but even he knew that he had nowhere to go.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. Detroit's offense ready to take over. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks.
It's a gain of 17 yards. 1st down, Lions.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
Second down, and they go back to Gibbs. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 58 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ballgame. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Back to throw. Jones going underneath. Gibbs has it. From the 31, here's a 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Falcons' 31-yard line.
They'll run it with Gibbs. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Matt Milano on the tackle. A 2-yard.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. The offense on 3rd down, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Gibbs will try and pick it up. And he's going to get the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 22. And they're going to speed things up here.
Detroit Lions, 1st down. A gain of 7. 1st down, Detroit.
Another run for Gibbs here. Evades him at the 10. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
Detroit Lions, 1st down. 1st and goal, Detroit.
Gibbs fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal.
Montgomery. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Once more, Montgomery. And I don't think he got in. He did not. They mark him short of the goal line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I know they're going through all the possibilities right now, but the truth of the matter is a field goal doesn't do them a ton of good. It'd still be a 2-score game, so to me, go for it. Go for it boldly.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. Desperation time now. Here's Jones. Touchdown! Jahmyr Gibbs. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield of the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Lions 14.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Atlanta now coming out on the field. This game has really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim 1-score lead.
And we've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead, they go into coast mode, and all of a sudden they're scrambling and battling for a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here, otherwise they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
And they run the option on 2nd down. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Maybe in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
Let's go.
Here's Penix. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the 1st down marker. Here's Tressway now as he's on for the 5th time here today. This is brought in at the 21. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. The Lions offense and Jahmyr Gibbs headed back onto the field. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
on 2nd and 13. Jones. Comeback route, and he finds St. Brown. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
13 yards on the play.
First down Lions on a pickup of 13.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Gibbs on the toss left. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Operating from the gun, Jones. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Off the play fake. Jones. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Logan Hall. He's the culprit. Causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. So a change of possession here on the punt. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
Okay,
Looking to put a drive together.
let's go now. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
They'll throw with Penix. Under pressure, and down he goes. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
16 at the 17-yard line.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. On the draw, Robinson. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Now Penix. That one behind his receiver and incomplete.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else, ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
Here's Tressway now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return. So now the Lions down by 5, just over 1:40 to play. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. Jones. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Well, they'll come up now. This is 2nd and long.
9 yards. It's 2nd down.
Here's Jones. Oh, and that nearly ended it. That should have been intercepted, but he cannot corral it, and that is a lifeline there with 3rd down coming up.
3rd and 19.
We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up. To throw is Jones. St. Brown on the catch.
They got the completion. Now, they probably had 2 plays called in the huddle, so they've got to get to the line of scrimmage, get set, and run their 4th down play.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. They'll try and run for it. And he's got room. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow.
Charles, what a big drive late in the 4th quarter to take this lead.
And normally you're really excited if your offense has the ball late in the game. But I think this crew is really excited to have their defense go back out there because they haven't surrendered a point in the 4th quarter yet. They've helped make this comeback possible with their defensive play. Now they get a chance to finish this game off.
The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So now an extra point doesn't help much. They'll try to go for two to make the difference a field goal, and they can lead it by 3.
For the 2-point conversion.
Jones looking around. It's complete. And he will not get there. He comes up short. And they're unable to push this lead to a field goal as it'll remain a 1-point game. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. A dangerous return man showing it here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. He's back to throw. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Intended for George Pickens. Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
Just over 30 seconds remain. Here's 2nd and 10 now. He'll look to throw. That's going to be caught by Pickens. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. They'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
Back to throw. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late-game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw is made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
Panther 60. Panther 60.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. This pass is caught by London. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. So, of course, they declined that there. They knew they had the free play. They got great yardage out of it.
It's kind of like when we were at dinner last night. You saw me reach for the check, so you ordered dessert on top of it, right? You say you had the free play.
Yeah.
Right? Already had what you needed. Go ahead and get a little more on top. I like it.
This is 1st and 10. A give to Robinson on the option. A good move. And now they're going to get the timeout. A huge play has him in field goal range with a chance to win.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. Younghoe Koo. All eyes fixated on the kicker. 2 for 2 on the afternoon, and a third one winner. And his kick is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So they tried to ice him there, but it's fair to say it did not have the intended effect.
And I've known kickers that take it as an affront. And there he says, you think you're going to rattle me? Think again.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. One final shot. They'll look to throw. That pass caught. It's Williams. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That was a long shot, but they did get one final chance to try to score and overcome this small deficit. No touchdown, though, Charles. And that brings this one to a close.
Yeah, I think Hope was wearing one jersey and Worry was wearing another on the other sideline as that final snap played out. Now, we've seen